Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy HNA back with a brand new video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the top 10 transfers that will happen this transfer window. I do think that this transfer window will be very different to the other transfer windows because of the financial impact of COVID-19, which means that not a lot of clubs, especially teams which didn't already have money, will have money to spend in the market. So honestly guys, I don't really expect that much teams to do more than 3 signings really, because I don't think they can fund it, because a lot of the teams have taken wage cuts. So that means their players are not going to be happy if they're dishing out 200-300 million pound on transfers. Hence why I think it will be a quiet window this summer, but I definitely think that some of the bigger teams who do have a lot of financial power and financial muscle can definitely use this opportunity and take advantage of it. However, even some of the big clubs are struggling with their finances. I think the only club that will probably make more than 3 signings is Chelsea, just because they got money from Hazard sale last year, and they sold Morata to Atletico Madrid. Yeah guys, before we get into the video, make sure you leave a big thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and yeah, let's get the first transfer that will happen this summer guys is Arthur from Barcelona to Juventus. Reports have emerged that Juve have actually bidded 72.5 million, and I think Barcelona have accepted that bid. Arthur is only 23 years old, so he's still relatively young. Obviously 70 million pound is a lot for a player, especially in these circumstances, but I think this will be a good signing for Juventus. I think from what he's shown at his time from Barcelona, he's definitely a good passer. He can move the ball a lot. He can create goals, and he can definitely score goals as well. So I do think Juve are getting themselves a good player who will be there for a long time. This transfer is actually gonna link to the second transfer which I'm about to say, which is gonna be Pjanic of Juventus going to Barcelona. Personally, I'm not sure why Barcelona want to do this. Pjanic is 30 years old. He's probably gonna decline. Wrong, I do think Pjanic is a top central midfielder. However, I don't get why Barca are letting a young player like Arthur go and bringing in someone who's older like Pjanic. So the third transfer guys is actually going to be Leroy Sané of Manchester City is going to Bayern Munich. The Man City manager Pep Guardiola said that Sané wants a new challenge and he doesn't want to stand in his way. He recently said that last week, and I think Sonny will go, and there's only one place he's going, which is Bayern Munich. I think over the years we have seen Bayern Munich take all the good German players in the Bundesliga. We think Sonny's heart is set on going to Bayern Munich, and I do think he will get that dream move, because personally I think City will want to make a few transfers, and they've got that UEFA ban to appeal against, which may cost them a lot of money as well. So I do think they will let Sané go. Now transfer number 4, which and this player is actually gonna be moving to Manchester City. I think it will be Koulibaly. Koulibaly is one of the best centre backs in the world, I would say, right up there with the likes of Van Dijk, Ramos, Delay, Varane. He is honestly so good at the back. He's very good in the air, very physical presence, and yeah, I do think he will go to Man City. I know that there are other clubs linked with him like Manchester United, but I think City do need a big centre back who is world class, and I think they will try and get someone like Koulibaly, because he is world class, and City definitely need improvements to the defense. So yeah, I do think City will get Koulibaly. I know it is a large fee, somewhere around £80 million, but that won't stop City because they need to get back to winning the Premier League. So the fifth transfer, which I think will happen, is Edinson Cavani to Atletico Madrid. The PSG director or someone from their club has come out and said that both Thiago Silva and Edinson Cavani will leave at the end of the season. I think Cavani will go to Atletico because some of their strikers haven't done so well this year. I know Morata's done okay, but Diego Costa hasn't done that good. I do think Cavani will go to Atletico Madrid just so that he can play at a top European club and maybe try and win the Champions League. The last 5 to 10 years, Cavani has been one of the most deadliest strikers in Europe, but I do think his time is coming to a close. However, he will try and win a Champions League with Atletico Madrid. I believe it is a good challenge for him because I don't think any other top side will win him because of his age. However, if he can get this go to Atletico Madrid, it will be a good move for him. The next transfer I think will happen is Ben Chilwell to Chelsea. Chelsea have been linked with this guy for quite a few months now. Man City have also been linked with Chilwell, who is a very good young up and coming left back. He scored a fantastic goal on the weekend against Watford, and yeah, he just looks like someone with a lot of potential. I think Chelsea have definitely been very active in the transfer market. They've bought Ziyech, they bought Werner already. I think they'll make a few more transfers as well, because they have had that transfer ban from last season. So Chelsea will definitely want to strengthen their squad. They need it more than City because Man City have Mendy and Zinchenko, who are both very good left backs, whereas Chelsea have Alonso and Emerson. I do think he will go to Chelsea, and being a young English player, working under a coach like Frank Lampard, who's given so many young players chances to play, will excite Chilwell. So I do think he will end up at Chelsea. My next transfer, I think this is a pretty big one, and it might not happen, but I'm putting in here because they need him, and that is Lautaro Martinez going from Inter Milan to Barcelona. Martinez has put himself onto the map this season. He's formed a very good partnership with Lukaku at Inter Milan. I think he is one of the most promising young strikers in Europe, and I do think he could possibly be as good as Sergio Aguero or Carlos Tevez one day. I do think Barcelona need a new striker because Suarez is turning old. That guy they got on loans, his loan's gonna expire. Braithwaite, I think he is, and Messi's getting old as well. So they don't really have enough striking options. So getting a player like Martinez, who will be at the club for the next 5 years at least, is gonna be so good for Barca. They need someone like him to help them become the best club in Europe again. Good as Inter Milan is, I do think Martinez will be looking to seek a new challenge this summer, somewhere where he can challenge for a Champions League, and Barcelona is that place. Another transfer that will happen this summer is Donny van der Beek going from Ajax to Real Madrid. Ajax sell a lot of their top players over the last year. De Ligt, Ziyech, and De Jong. Van der Beek is next on that list. He probably will be looking to have a new challenge somewhere he can challenge for Champions Leagues and a harder league like La Liga. Van der Beek's obviously been linked with other clubs, most notably Manchester United, but I don't think United will get Van der Beek because they've got a lot of options in that midfield now after Bruno's coming, and I don't. It doesn't look like Pogba will go either. So I think United have enough depth in midfield. However, with Real Madrid, some of their midfielders like Modric and Kroos are coming up to that age where they are getting old and they're not as mobile enough. Van der Beek looks like a very exciting player. He has the ability to both play as an attacking box-to-box midfielder, but also sitting deep. However, I do think he will play the first role because Real Madrid already have someone like Casemiro who can play that holding position. And if he does go to Real Madrid, it will be a good signing for them, definitely. I don't think Real Madrid will splash out a lot of cash this summer due to the impact of the coronavirus, but if there is one signing they will make, it is definitely for a midfielder, and I do think it will be Van der Beek. The next transfer which I think will happen is Kai Havertz, and you're gonna be shocked at this. I think he'll go to Chelsea. I know that young German players are, particularly if they're in the Bundesliga, will go to Bayern Munich. Real Madrid have been linked with Havertz as well. However, I think working under a coach like Lampard will excite Havertz. Some of the players which Lampard has given time to this season, people like Mason Mount, Hudson-Odoi, Reece James, and a host of other young players will excite Havertz, and his German colleague Timo Werner is going there as well, so I think he will follow in his footsteps, and they could definitely have a very successful time at Stamford Bridge. And I think Chelsea will be potential title contenders next year with the amount of signings they're making and how strong their squad's going to be next year. So I think Havertz will go to Chelsea just because Lampard looks like a coach who can definitely bring the best out of young players, and because Werner is going to Chelsea as well. Now, last but not least, I think it will be Jadon Sancho going from Dortmund to Manchester United. This will be the best transfer that will happen this summer because Jadon Sancho is at that level with Mbappe where he is a potential Ballon d'Or winner. United can do this deal, which I do think they will. It will just honestly be so good for every Manchester United fan, including me. Honestly, he will be the best player in the world for a good 5 to 10 years if he goes to Man United and continues to perform the way he has at Borussia Dortmund. Sancho's got 17 goals and 17 assists in the Bundesliga this season, and for a 20-year-old that is just staggering. I mean, he has outperformed some of the best players in Europe, and just imagine how good he will be in the next couple of years. I do think he will go to Manchester United. Potentially Liverpool or Chelsea could come in for him, but I don't think Liverpool have the finances to pay his large sum, which is probably going to be somewhere around 100 million. And with Chelsea making loads of transfers, I don't think they can cough up the money to pay Sancho's fee. So I do think United will get Sancho, and we have a massive hole on the right wing spot, and if Sancho comes in, he will be the perfect piece of the jigsaw. Everything. He's a creator, a goal scorer, he's fast, his dribbling's so good. He can link up well with midfielders and his team, other players around him. So if Sancho goes to Manchester United, it will definitely be the best transfer of this summer. And if Manchester United don't get him, then literally every Man United fan will be sulking in tears, because I think this is a once in a lifetime opportunity where United have the cash and they can exploit the market, really get the best players and the best potential young players around Europe. And I do think they will get Sancho. That wraps it up, guys. Those were my top 10 transfers that will happen this summer. Let me know if I've missed any out, and what are your thoughts on these transfers. And make sure you smash a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.